Good afternoon, everybody.
I think it's still technically good morning. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing?
Yeah. Well, today is gearing up to be an absolutely beautiful day. It's actually a little chillier than it's been lately, at least in the morning time.
Yeah, this morning was a bit chilly.
Yeah.
And yeah, I definitely went and sat in the blind because it dropped last night.
Yeah.
A lot.
It did.
And I've been watching that weather, and man, it wasn't too bad when I was going out there, but when you're not moving and you're just sitting there.
That little hot seat doing you any favors out there?
Yeah, but I don't got no meat on my bones. It's it gets chilly pretty quick.
Hey, now would probably be a really great time for you to try that the Coolify neck warmer thing for the heat, because we use it really great for the air conditioning, right? But we haven't really tried it for the heat setting. So
I'm gonna see if it goes on without the fan. You know what I mean?
It does.
It
just
so
you could do it.
The fan itself.
Yeah, so you could do it with it being quiet.
Cool.
As far as I remember, I'm
gonna triple check on that.
Now you got me questioning.
Now I want to say it does, but I'm not 100% sure.
The air conditioning setting doesn't. The heat setting, I think, does.
Yeah.
Because you don't really want it blowing.
Right.
When you're cold and you want it hot, I would think it does.
I don't know.
We're gonna have to double check. We've never used those things for heaters because we got them in the summertime for helping us stay cool, right?
No.
But yeah, no, they are dual settings, so now you can bust that thing out and give it a try.
It'll be pretty cool. It'll be pretty nice.
You probably forgot about it, huh?
I did a little bit, just because it's not really.
It's a cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. You forgot the dual setting part.
I forgot about the dual setting part.
Yeah.
But that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool to test out and see.
I'll get it all charged up for you.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's gearing up. It's October.
Yeah.
It's
October, friends. Fall is officially in the air. The leaves have been changing, and it's very gorgeous out here. A
lot of limbs and trees limbs and leaves are falling.
Yeah, and trees too.
And trees.
There's been a few on the trails that have come down.
Oh my goodness, man. Any of y'all sit out in the blind and you're hearing the leaves and everything falling and everything? What is that? What's going on?
Gary's got buck fever today. We do have an absolutely gorgeous day, but what was the app that Tim turned you on to?
Huntwise.
Okay, so Gary's been spending a lot of time on the Huntwise app and checking out the migration of the animals and such, and the weather and all the
how everything plays
perfect condition, And I guess today is the best day for him to go and get a buck. And he's been trying all week since it opened up last weekend, and so anyhow, today's going to spend a good portion of the day inside the blind, and I've got some stuff I got to work on in the house with the kiddos. I know we haven't posted here on Real Talk at all this week yet because it's just been a really different, busy week. The last 2 days, I've had to go off into town with appointments for Julia, doctors and dentists, and just do all the things. And so it's just been kind of a different week for us.
It's been a lot of go.
Yeah. So today, since it's my first day back at home, since, I've been going, and, we did pop in on Sunday with Pops with you guys and let you know how the weekend went, which was awesome.
Yeah, the weekend was amazing.
The weekend was super amazing. And this week's been really amazing too, just very busy. I hadn't had the time to pop in, but we're doing it today.
No.
And I think, tomorrow we should be able to set our sights on Camp Life and finish up our project over there that we've been putting on hold. And you guys were able to see that we got a video posted on SimpleLifeReclaimed yesterday. And now you guys know we do have the door and the windows over there. So we are super duper excited and eager to start working back on the mudroom and get that thing finished off.
It's looking like we're going to have quite a week, 14 days. As far out as I can see, we have no storms coming our way.
Yeah, we actually are in a pretty good spot right now. I was watching Ryan Hall this morning, and he's like, yeah, pretty normal, pretty boring weather going on, pretty typical. And then, I was watching, and of course our hearts and our prayers go out to everybody over in the Carolinas and Tennessee and stuff. That's absolutely tragic and horrible. And I hope that supplies and aid gets to get sent over that way quickly. My heart breaks for so many of the families and stories and stuff that I've been seeing online. It's absolutely horrible. But luckily for us, we were not in any of those paths of any of that kind of stuff, and we're not in the near future that I can foresee.
No. So
that's good for us. But, you know, I don't want to like say, oh, yay for us and, you know, to hell with everybody else, because that's not at all how we feel. Our hearts and our prayers are definitely going out to everybody that's been affected. Even if you don't physically live there, you got loved ones that live over there. And even if you don't know anybody that's over there, just our American brothers and sisters, you know, humanity. So it's just, it's terrible.
That was a pretty crazy devastation right there.
I know.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
Mother Nature, can't be tamed.
And this is why we always like do real talks, and we're meteorologists. Well, today's looking like this, and today, you know, because it plays a huge part in not only what we're doing with our builds, but just you know, people and life in general. That's why it's a very common topic to discuss for most people around the water coolers, so to speak.
And especially when it comes down to like homestead life, you know, I mean, it's a huge one with the homestead. It's a huge one for hunters. It's a huge one for fishers. It's a huge one for all of it, you know. I mean, like, weather plays a huge effect and a huge play in a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, and not only that, but so does the moon.
Oh yeah, the moon. There's so many weird things going on right now, guys. Have y'all heard about? Let's get into the conspiracy corner. Really, actually, not conspiracy. Total fact. You know, NASA and stuff talking about it. There's like a big asteroid or something that's like. Look it up yourself. I'm butchering it. I'm not a scientist. All right. Disclaimer,
I forget
disclaimer.
what the asteroid is called.
But there's this big giant rock that's like going into Earth's atmosphere, and they're calling it like the second moon. And it's only going to be in the atmosphere for like 70 days or something.
Believe it's already in our atmosphere?
It is. Actually, right now, I was just reading something. Right now, if you wake up in the morning before sunrise and you look, do your research, okay? Do your research. But if you look like in the direction, depending on where you are in the country, if you look towards like the moon, wherever the moon would be, right, and during sunrise, that you'd actually be able to see the little contrail of it, that you can actually see it in the sky, that it's this week, like this week. And it started like the 28th or something. So Monday, well, today's the 1st. And I know I saw it for yesterday. I think it's going to be, you'd still be able to see it like today. And I think tomorrow you'd still be able to see it.
I think it's staying in our orbit until like November 2nd.
Yeah, it's going to stay in the orbit for a while, but visually being able to see it like close enough.
I can't remember exactly the dates, but look it up. It's pretty nuts. Guys. It's pretty nuts looking into it. And it's like, what the heck?
There's so many different things going on in the world and with, you know, just life right now. And
the craziest thing is that it's going to leave us, go to the sun.
Yeah.
Orbit the sun.
Yeah.
And come back to us.
It's like in the magnetic pole or something.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's crazy. It's interesting.
It's not going to hurt us. There's no doom and gloom.
Read up.
But you know how
apparently it's been going on for centuries and centuries and centuries and centuries or whatever. Yeah. Thousands of years, apparently.
Yeah.
It's doing yo-yo tricks with us.
Yeah, no fear-mongering, no doom and gloom. It's nothing like that. But we do know that the moon controls like the tides and stuff. And, correct. You know, with another giant thing in our orbital system, obviously that's going to change different things as well.
Curious to see what happens with that. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And I bet a lot of scientists are as well.
Yeah.
And they're doing a lot of studies.
Yeah, it's just crazy, you know. And then along with all that, you got the strikes going on at the ports. There's so much going on in the world right now today, guys. We're not going to beat the drum or whatever. I know you guys are already aware of those things. We're also aware of those things. But it does
we try to keep away from it just because.
We try to keep everything upbeat and positive, right? Positivity.
Well, it's that, but this is also everybody's escape from the, you know, the news and
we try to give you an escape from that. But we were thinking about it. This is real talk, man. This is real talk.
Can't help but think about it. It's like, man.
Yeah. And it kind of, again, goes with like the water cooler conversations, right? People talk about the weather. These are current events and things that people are talking about right now. And I mean, we've been talking about it amongst ourselves yesterday. So let's backtrack because we've been missing from you guys. We've been MIA for a few days. So Monday I had an appointment in town with Julia to go just a basic, regular, normal yearly checkup with a regular doctor. Perfect health, everything's great. We left there and I actually took the kids to the public library in Booneville. We got to check out some new books and stuff. While I was there, I actually ran into Micah over from Black Sheep Project and chit-chatted with him for a while. Got to see his little kiddo, Omega, such a cute little kid. The kids got to play in the library for a little while. And that was a superb day. Got home, you still in the blind.
Actually, no, that was the day I was setting everything up.
Oh, okay. That's what it was. You were setting up your double seater, huh? Your love seat?
I ended up...
Gary's got a love seat.
Mel let me splurge a little bit on it, but I couldn't help it. I couldn't pass up the price. I was like $119 for a double seater. I get 17 feet up, 2 safety harnesses and all that fun stuff. I was like, dude.
You do so much hard work for us.
That stuff is...
love us so much, and I know that this is something that you really love. You love the hunting and the fishing and the outdoors and stuff, and you know, you don't really... This time of year is the time where Gary's sitting there rubbing his hands together like a fly, right?
Can I get this?
Can I? And I'm not controller of the purse, you know?
Oh, no, but we're
a team, though. I get it.
We're a team, and I can't just go and spend money on myself. I have to ask.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's not...
Listen, you let me do things like go and get my hair done, you know. I got my nails done.
I like you. I like you to do things that you like.
Yeah.
You know,
so if it's something that makes him happy and it, you know, why not? Yeah. So yeah, and now he's got a love seat and he's like, so babe, he's doing the little the Shaquille O'Neal meme. The little hoo, you know the one, you know the meme. You've seen the meme. So he's rubbing his hands together like a fly, and he's also doing the Shaq face. Mm-hmm. He's also, baby, you gonna come sit in a blind with me? I'm like, yeah, I will, and I will. Today just isn't the day. I'm dealing with the kids. I'm helping them out with them new books and stuff that we got from the library, and I want to make some banana bread, and I want to get into my I got some canned pumpkin I want to do some stuff with. Roxanne made those super awesome muffins, and I'm jealous. I'm going to steal her recipe.
Those muffins were good.
Those muffins were fire, man.
Funny thing is, I
can't make them as good as her, but
on that weekend when we were eating them,
actually
I ate one, and I was like, ooh, that is so bomb. And I went back and I grabbed another one, and I was like, who made these?
Of course,
I was like, I guarantee it was Roxanne, wasn't it? And I was like, I don't want to say it was Roxanne and not be Roxanne, right? But I was like, in my mind, I was like, I guarantee it was Roxanne.
Girl,
and Melissa was like, that was Roxanne. I was like, I knew it.
Girl, this tastes like a whole lot of delicious. I know who's to blame. In the best way possible, right? Yeah.
Oh, man.
So I got some stuff. I'm going to see if I can hit her up for her recipe, and maybe I can come close. I know it won't be the same, but hopefully I can try to come close. So I got some stuff I want to do today too. And Gary wants to spend his time out there, and I'm hoping I'm rubbing my hands like a fly too. Come on, get the big one, you know.
I'm gonna try to get some stuff done around here though first beforehand. But it's been rough, man. Everything I read online for that kind of stuff, it's like, do it in the morning. And then other people are like, no, right now is like the October lull. You know, you should do it in the afternoon or evening. And it's like, but the app is saying that the morning's the best time. I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm not experienced in this sense. So I'm just like flying by the seat of my pants and trying to go with the weather and the wind.
Yeah. And that app that Ridge Life sent over to Gary is definitely helping him too. I know he's been spending a lot of time on there and checking everything out and like, you know, just checking it all out, trying to make sure it's going to work out. And I mean, you've been seeing a lot of activity on the cameras, so that's like a really good sign, you know?
It's just
we're just trying to fill that freezer.
Yeah, I want to get that freezer full.
Yeah.
Especially with everything going crazy.
Yeah, because you really never know.
You know?
You really never know.
I want to get that thing stocked.
I'm sure everybody already knows to do this and is in the know, but just in case, here's your friendly reminder if you haven't done it yet. make sure to set your rations and your provisions. If you have an extra $10, take it down to your store, get yourself some dried rice, maybe some beans, some canned goods, vinegar. Vinegar can be used for so many different things, preserving food. It can be used to cook. It can be used for cleaning. It can be used for, it's very, very versatile. So one of the things that I like to tell people to go and get just in case is always, you know, vinegar and like rice and stuff. Dry milk is also a commodity. And all these things are relatively cheap even in this economy. So you can go down there with $10 and you can stock up on enough stuff that can get you through, right? That's all you really, you want to try to have enough to get you through. As far as water and that kind of stuff is concerned, fill up your bathtubs. If you guys are in any kind of area that, you know, is...
if you're ever like, ooh, we got a big one coming or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or you can get those big 5-gallon bottles from like Walmart. I actually got... Oh, no, we put them somewhere else. But you know those big 5-gallon, again, full circle with the water cooler talk again, right? You know those big 5-gallon tanks that they usually put at the water cooler? You can buy those at Walmart. Now, they're not $10, but like, you know, you can get at least one of those so it's on reserve so you have something. So
try to always be prepared.
And nobody's going to be fully prepared. Like, nobody is going to be 100% prepared in emergency situations, but you can be more prepared than you were if you didn't do anything. Another thing, too, especially because we know we have several people in our audience that are a generation above us, right? Go pick up your medications. Go get it. If you can get it a month early, go get it. Go get it. You don't know if you're going to need it or not. If they are allowing you to pick it up, go pick it up. I'm just saying, because just with everything that's going on right now, I'm not trying to scare anybody at all. But this is my love language. This is me displaying love to you guys, okay? I love you guys. And so anyway.
Be prepared.
Be prepared. Be prepared. So anyhow, speaking of being prepared, right? So me and Gary have to prepare ourselves for another change for our kids and stuff. So that was Monday when I went to the library and did some running around, got some more commodities for the house and stuff like that after I went to the library with the kids. Well, yesterday, me and Lissa and Julia ended up having like a girls' day in town. And it was absolutely wonderful. It was perfect that we needed it. But circling back to the prepared thing, I ended up having to take Julia to the dentist. And now we are preparing for our oldest to get braces. Yeah. Yay!
My baby girl is... growing up, man.
I know. She has a beautiful smile. She's a beautiful girl. But they want to try to help align things up a little bit more for her. So we are preparing ourselves and getting ourselves ready for that one. And she's excited though. She's so excited. She's not nervous at all. She's like, let's go. Can I get it tomorrow? So that's going to be coming up in the next 3 weeks for us.
She's saying that now.
When she gets them on.
When she gets them on and she gets them going and they're tightening them and moving them, I have a feeling she's going to be like, why did I really want these? Like, what the heck?
She'll be happy when it's all over.
No, yeah. But like, I have a feeling that that's probably what's going to happen. Yeah. She's excited about I'm going to get braces. I'm going to be bigger, blah, blah, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, until they start tightening and then she's, you know, right now she's at the point where she really loves going to the dentist.
She loves it. She does.
No.
I don't. I hate going to the dentist.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah, I hate it. I never had braces. You never had braces.
Man. I never had braces either.
But, you know.
I definitely should have, but.
I should have too, but at the same time, like, I understand it. Like, they were, I mean, they're still expensive now. Don't kid yourself. They are an arm and a leg, but it needs to be. It needs to happen. It needs to happen. I think that it was even more when we were younger.
Yes.
Because they weren't new, but they still weren't as common.
They were, though, at the same aspect.
Yeah, I knew a lot of people that had them.
What I mean, like that type. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking of like the 70s and I'm thinking of like the 80s, the mouth guard gear, head gear. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know what I'm talking about. My brother is going to be so mad at me right now. Anthony, I love you, bro. I love you. Anthony had that whole thing going on.
That's what
the whole thing, the whole headgear thing. He had to sleep with it. He hated it. And
that's where I'm
had
saying,
that
like,
whole thing going on. Sorry, Anthony.
That was,
I love you, bro.
That was at that time, right?
Yeah.
But in the 90s, roughly, like late 80s, 90s, they had the other style where it wasn't anything crazy like that. It was just all in your mouth.
Yeah, it was. It was all in your mouth. And then,
You know? So, I mean, like, so technically, I guess they were newish for our era and everything,
newish.
right?
Newish.
So, but yeah, no.
I haven't seen anybody with headgear on in such a long time. Is that like outdated now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they don't do it. They don't do that stuff.
Because I think it was a nighttime thing. It was only a sleeping thing. At least from Anthony.
From
what I remember, I'm significantly younger though. Like I'm 4 years younger. So when Anthony was dealing with it, like I was young.
I remember seeing kids wearing that at school.
Really? I don't remember Anthony having to wear that at school.
Like when I was a kid, like small. Like
maybe they had more issues with it. Or maybe, you know what I mean? Like how like they say, like they already gave me the rundown with Julia's braces and they said that like after they're off and she gets to the retainer, she's going to have to wear the retainer for like a month without like morning, noon, and night. I always wear it. And then after like that, then it'll only be a nighttime thing that she'll have to wear. So like maybe Anthony's was just the nighttime thing.
It might have been.
I don't know.
Like
I'm 4 years younger than him. So when he was going through that kind of stuff, I was still itty bitty. I just remember it. I remember my older sister teasing him about it. Anyway, sorry.
I'm just saying, right? So I'm thinking in that aspect. So that's probably why they're a little bit. I remember what they cost back then.
Yeah. Arm and a leg.
An arm and a leg.
Second mortgage. Just to cover.
So.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not, I mean, it's still bad, but it's not as bad as it. Oh, man, we got flies all over. The weather cooled down and it got hot and now all the flies are everywhere. But anyway, I remember, you know, it used to be pretty bad. It's still pretty bad, but at the same time, we'll swing it. If I got to do the monthly installments, then so be it. It is what it is. It's our kids, so. But yeah, but we went into town, we did that appointment, and then after the appointment, us ladies, Julia and Lissa and me, we ended up going and having a nice girls' day. We went and got pedicures, and we went and got nails, and we went and had some nice lunch, and really got some good girl time in, got to relax a little bit. And I tell you what, we were really needing it. I wanted Roxanne to come along too, but she was busy doing some other stuff and just wasn't really up for the whole day trip because it was a whole day trip. Anytime you go into Fort Smith, man, it takes your entire day. So she wasn't up for it, but she was invited, and I wish that she would have been there. We missed her. You know, I missed her that she wasn't there, but
yeah, it's been a good week though.
Yeah, so far so good. It's just been really busy. It's just been really, really busy.
Yeah.
And we're about to crank it up and get even busier. So
yeah, because I want to get that mudroom done.
Yeah, Gary is like,
I want to get that mudroom done, and I want to get that roof on.
Yeah.
And I want to get it to where I'm ready for the metal on our roof.
Same.
I mean, we're not going to have any rain for a good amount of time.
Yeah, Ryan Hall, y'all, says we're in the clear for at least the next
week or two. Not this Friday coming up, but the next Friday we might have something.
Yeah, so like 10
it's
days.
A long time.
Like 10 days at least of a stretch that we're good to go.
No.
So we have been talking amongst each other, like on a game plan on what we want to do. Now, we do have Camp Life that we want to give our attention to because that project over there should only take us a day, maybe 2 days to do because it's a kit, right? We're not having to cut anything. We're not having to really measure anything. We've got the footers there where they need to go. It's going to, and it's a kit, right? All the pieces are there. You just put A with B and C and...
It should go by pretty quick.
That's what we think.
I'm hoping.
So that's why we're giving ourselves 2 days to do that one, just in case. But I really think that if it's peanut butter jelly time, it'll be a day.
I'm pretty good at looking at instructions, even bad instructions, and be able to get her going. But
we could read pictograms.
I'm hoping that the instructions aren't too difficult for me to be like, son of a.
Yeah.
But from what I can see into them, because I have opened the instructions to look at it and all that, it looks like it's pretty basic.
Yeah, it looks like it's pretty straightforward. Add A to B, add B to C, add C to D. Voila. That's what it kind of looks like, and I'm hoping that that's what it is. And we should be able, like I said, we're going to start that tomorrow, and we should be able, tomorrow's Thursday, so we should be able to finish that by Friday. Now, with the weather as absolutely gorgeous as it is, what day did you say was the next good hunting day that you wanted?
Monday.
Monday. Okay, so we were thinking that we would reserve, tomorrow and Friday for Camp Life and finishing that off, because a lot of blood, sweat, and tears,
Hopefully we can get it done on Thursday.
I'm hoping.
And then that way it opens up Friday.
Yes.
But from there on, I want to knock out that mudroom.
Yes, and then from basically the Camp Life gazebo that we're putting up over there, that's the last distraction that we have until we knock out the mudroom. Like, we have talked about wanting to change some things over here with our fencing and whatnot, which we are going to do, and we do plan on doing that. But it's on like the back burner of back burners right now today. Yep. Our biggest thing for this whole year, I'm going to say it probably like the 300th time this year, is us getting a roof on the house. And that's the year-end goal. And so everything that we do that gets us in that right direction is benefit. So yep. Yeah, so we just need to finish all the roofing areas, and then we can get all of our right measurements, and then we can start knocking on doors and figuring out where exactly we're going to purchase the metal from. And then Gary, is that a fake bee? That's one of those fake bees, those mimics. It looked like a bee.
I don't know. I blew it off of me.
Yeah. It depends on where we get the metal from, because some places they'll wholesale you the metal, and then obviously you do all the construction yourself if you buy it, and you can save a lot of money that way. However, you're not going to get any, you might get a warranty, but it might be more of a limited warranty. It might be different things. When we start knocking on doors and we start calling around and we have our full and complete savings set aside.
Full CAD of what's going on and everything else as well. So I can be like, hey, here's my CAD. Yeah. I need roofing for it. Can I please see what are my options?
Yeah. And if a place, we have discussed this, nothing has been decided yet, but we have discussed this, that if a place is offering, like if a place will install it, but it's not significantly more expensive to have them install it, and then we get a really good, really, really, really good warranty with it, we might go that route as well when it comes to actually metal on the roof. We want to do it ourselves. We are DIYers, and we are totally wanting to save as much money as possible. But when you're putting up such a large expense for it, we have to have all of these things into consideration. Things like warranty work and things like the length of time that it's going to take for it to get delivered here, and then us actually installing it and all of those things. I have no doubt that we can do it. But again, it kind of does, for me, I'm kind of really thinking about the warranties and stuff, especially because of how unpredictable weather has been.
Yes.
Not just for our area has been lucky. Like we've already said, we've been very blessed. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus, for taking care of us in this area. But we have seen with our neighbors and the neighboring states how quickly things can change. So we are continually weighing our options and checking things out and seeing what's within the budget, what's out of the budget. Now, if it's going to double the price for it, we can't afford that.
No.
If it's literally it's doubling the price for what the raw materials are, then we can't do it. But if it's only a little bit, we might be able to swing that way, and then it would get done in literally a day.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And it also depends on how the manufacturer, when we go through them, some of the people, the type of roof that we're going with is a standing seam. Mm-hmm. And they have trucks that bring rolls of metal, literally huge rolls of metal that shoot it through the press, and they build the actual roof sheet right there.
You know what's crazy? I was watching I was watching Good Simple Living just the other day, just because I was like, oh wow, how good for them, you know. And so I was like watching one thing, and they had a truck, and they were getting like a gutter system installed on their barn.
That is the
and the gutter system was like shooting out these big old things, bending it and everything right at the time, and they had the whole crew over there doing it for them. I was like, heck yeah, good for you guys.
The most gutters. The most efficient gutter systems and the most efficient gutters are made that way.
Yeah.
Well, because it's literally made to fit.
Custom on the spot. Yeah.
Ready to go. And it saves everybody money because instead of buying this thing, you know, and now all these other fittings to be able to connect everything, now it's this one piece that now you're connecting it to, or like connecting it to the house. Yeah. And then not only that, but you're getting a wholesale price on a big old flat piece of metal. Yeah. That you end up just painting or iodizing or oxidizing or whatever it is that you want, right?
Yeah. And so I really don't know like how it's gonna, we haven't, like right now, Gary and I's main focus is saving Jingle Jangle towards the roof funding. Okay. That's just, and looking at different, I guess, Gary has narrowed it down to he wants the standing seam. And so we've looked up a couple of different companies in our area, but we have not gone as far as to call them and get quotes and stuff from them yet. We've just looked on their websites and things and kind of have just been stashing on the side, preparing ourselves for that. We are not ready to do that quite yet, but we still have the entire mudroom and stuff to build. So we're hoping that like by the time that we get there, like that we're going to be ready, and I think we will. This is the reality of DIYing a house, you know, and paying for things as you go. This is just how it goes. So when we get to that point, when the mudroom is finished and we are at that point and we can actually get our exact measurements, just to kind of repeat myself one more time, because I have a tendency of repeating myself. We'll get the measurements and then we'll make the phone calls and then we'll get the actual estimates and then be able to compare and decide and everything. But it is very exciting that we're actually at that phase where we're opening up more of those conversations. We're starting to look down more of those avenues and we're getting ready to make decisions in that direction. We just haven't yet. And the reason why I bring this up is because that's a question I get on literally every single video, every day and night, multiple times. And so I'm just saying it again, just one more time, just put it out there. Yep. So yeah, so that's what's up with that. But I'm excited. Right now, we have the windows, we have the door, we have all of the wood, we have all of the zip board, we got the zip tape, we've got the screws, we've got the nails, we've got literally all the stuff we need so we can go ahead and finish that mudroom. And because of the beautiful, abundant sunshine weather that we have for the next 10 days, I think that you guys are going to be absolutely shocked at what Gary and I are able to complete in that 10-day time. If everything goes how we wish it to go according to plan.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see. It's all up in the air right now. We'll see. But as for today, wish Gary luck on getting the big one. He's been scouting them. They've been dancing back and forth. And I mean, they've been taunting you.
They've been taunting me like no tomorrow. That's for sure. So, we'll hope that I get one.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Yep. If not, it's all right. It's not just quite the rut, right?
No, not yet.
Once the rut hits, then the deer are going to be moving regardless, one way or another.
They will be. They'll be on the move. I have a feeling you are not going to go home empty-handed this season, right?
Right.
You know?
It will happen. Sooner than later, I'm hoping.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We ain't gonna get anything sitting here, so we're gonna get rolling. Gary's gonna get his gear, go sit back in that blind. I'm gonna see if I can talk to Roxanne and see what kind of recipe I can come up with. Cause man, I'm jelly of those muffins, man. They were so good. Yeah. I'm gonna try to mimic Roxanne's goodness. No. Excuse me, guys. But anyhow. We're going to run. I want to thank you guys so much for spending some time with us today for Real Talk with SLR. We'll have some more videos coming out for you guys soon, so just stay tuned and notified, notifications turned on. And until the next one, friends, we love y'all, and we hope you have a good one.
We'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.
Don't forget your provisions. Stay safe. Pick up your medicine. Love you.